So here's my wall of engines, and I'll explain to you why I like these engines and why I don't. Number one being at the top, everybody's favorite, Briggs & Stratton. So here's my judgmental standpoint on these engines. The top is the best, and the bottom, the worst. And guess what's there? Kohler. Yeah. Alright, so Briggs & Stratton, that comes on just about everything. Oh, I just printed these out in cardstock too. 110-pound paper, I do believe it is. Really nice paper. And taped it on my wall with my crappy taping job. But I don't really give a shit. So, Briggs & Stratton, alright. And I also want to explain to you engines that I've owned from these brands, or used. So, Briggs & Stratton, I own a Briggs & Stratton on my lawnmower. I have industrial commercial Briggs & Stratton, 18 horsepower post twin. What else do I own? I own that 5 horsepower tiller engine, Briggs & Stratton. All great. They always start. There's no problems with them. That industrial commercial, all they needed was a carb clean. That's pretty much all that goes wrong with those industrial commercials is they need their carb cleaned out. Great engines. Love Briggs & Stratton. If it comes to choosing an engine out there on the marketplace today, I will always look for a Briggs & Stratton engine. There's just no way around it. Second, Honda. My grandpa has a Honda G something of another 160cc overhead cam. Pressure washer with a Honda motor on it. Really great. Starts second pull. Runs good. A little bit of gas guzzler, but whatever. Kawasaki. Never owned a Kawasaki, but you know what? If they put them on professional lawnmowers and such, then they're good. And they always sound so good. They like run perfect, and it's really great. This brand you may not know of. It's called Power Horse. It's the China ripoff version of Honda up there that you find at Harbor Freight. Really great engines. My friend actually had one of these on his go-kart. 6.5 horsepower overhead valve engine, and he left that thing out in snow. It always started second pull. Great engine, and yeah, I'd definitely buy them. $150 for one of those. They're great engines. Second, Tecumseh. My grandma has a Tecumseh on her Craftsman wheeled weed whacker. So it's like one of those wheeled weed whackers that has the wheels and the line in the front and all that. Yeah, it's a Tecumseh. It's from Craftsman. It's pretty old, but the Tecumseh runs a little rough, and I cleaned it all out and everything, and it still runs rough. So that's why they get, what place are they? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th place. Subaru, never used Subaru engines, but I hear stories that they're pieces of shit, so they go there. And I've used this engine, and I think it's the worst piece of shit you could possibly buy. Kohler engines. As you guys may know, I have a Kohler, and it's a piece of shit. I hate that piece of junk. I just want to get rid of it. Will never buy a Kohler engine in my life. If I see something that has a Kohler engine, I'm going on. I don't care anything about it. I will tear the motor out and put in a Briggs & Stratton or Honda or Kawasaki engine in it before I will use a Kohler engine ever again. I don't care if I got a defect or not. That's bullshit. Kohler should stick to making plumbing fixtures. Some of you may like Kohler. You know what? I think Kohler is the absolute worst engine brand you could possibly freaking buy. Their materials, they use plastic. I mean, and they use a cheap-ass plastic, too. Briggs & Stratton uses plastic, and so does Honda. I'm pretty sure Kawasaki. I mean, the only one who don't think uses a lot of plastic is these China ripoff brands. They're really nice engines. Tecumseh, yeah, they use plastic, but Briggs & Stratton, they use a nice plastic. So does Honda. Kawasaki, what the hell? Those are like Kawasaki's are really good engines, you know? Never had the chance to own one, but if I could, I would. They run very good. But Kohler, nope, they don't run good. And then they smoke the living shit out of the oil. My dad thinks I got a cracked piston, but I don't think I have a cracked piston. I think it's just one of the rings have gone bad. But that's kind of bullshit, too. So, anybody that's selling a used engine, overhead valve, it must be overhead valve. I will not buy anything that is not overhead valve. Engine out there, in YouTube land, let me know, and I'll probably buy it off of you for about 250, make a deal. But just because I said 250 doesn't mean that I'm going to actually spring for it. But yeah, so that's my wall of engineness. What engines I like the most? Yep. And which engines I hate the most. Oh, and I also cut out another Briggs & Stratton logo for my Briggs & Stratton piston and crankshaft. Looks good up there. Alright guys, thanks for watching.